Alright, so anyways, hello there everyone, welcome to the stream. Hopefully everything's starting correctly because I am getting a whole bunch of error messages. Let's see. What do you want me to do about this and how do I get you out of the way? Because that is really not a thing I need in my face. Okay, but to continue along with the line art portion of this illustration of very vaguely Christmas themed Arona and Plana, and do I need to wrap that a bit more? There's a couple of things leaving off it last night that I was thinking of messing with. One is right here where I do want to do something about. Okay, let me just make you not blue. Actually, let me just do that. And then do that, and then we will make you... You could be purple, why not? Hello there, how you doing? Okay. Alright, so number one, I need to wrap this around her head. Do I need to curve this earlier? So that's what I'm looking at. I go here and just curve it earlier. How's that feel? Curve that earlier to curve this around her head early. I don't know if that's wrapping a bit too aggressively, even though the way I've done it here, it is wrapping around the back side of her head. Downwards. I'll see how that feels. Okay, then just do that so that I can get a clean wand in on there. What do I want to do about the hair around her face directly? Just copy and pop that into here. Actually, wait, where's the back of her head? I can start wrapping it right here, actually. I'll have to think about that. Alright, do I want to go hair over eyes or eyes over hair? That's question number one right now. I think for this, I probably want to go eye over hair for the one eye that I want visible. How do we want to flick this out? I want to flick that higher, or do I want to flick that lower, actually? So I want to bring this in at a tighter angle. So right now, the head is... My wrist barely works that way. Okay, let's try this instead. Actually do it from the other side. Hold on, let's see if I can get this to sit nicely. We'll just flick it in from here. Hmm. That doesn't feel right. That's been pretty decent. Nothing in particular to complain about. Let's wrap this in like this. Then we want to put the hair for. Actually, I don't want to seal that up. Let's do that up. Just gonna draw straight over that. Because then I want to bring her hair. How do I want to do this? I want to curl this into her cheek. So I want to go from here to kind of curl this into her cheek. Hmm. I mean, I did learn about the new glorious bit of drama that was it Drama Queen, I think it was, the because that was making the Twitter rounds today. What do I want to do here? As another one of those, the quote-unquote modern audience is very angry with it. Twitter events. So, honestly, you're not losing out on much if you haven't heard of it, but it was pretty funny, or for all intents and purposes, in terms of how angry people got over it. Which is usually my takeaway from any of these beautiful modern audience Twitter rage events. Feel like that. I want to split this a little bit. I can actually split it if I go like this, and I can actually split her right down there. I mean, I think about to summarize it, it was like a manga that was basically about aliens coming to Earth after destroying some meteor that was going to destroy the Earth, and then suddenly they're celebrated as heroes and all that stuff. And then society starts treating them like a bunch of celebrities. And then, to summarize it even more, and probably a little unfaithfully, is segregation. That's the easiest way to explain it. And then, at that point, that's when the Twitter cops came out and got really upset. Because the whole premise of the story was that the aliens get a way better deal with absolutely everything. And basically had like a higher social standing. I mean, the story itself actually sounds quite interesting. I haven't checked it out myself yet. I've only seen like the little bits of it that people have talked about. I don't want to do her hair here. Yeah, I think what I want to do is I want to wrap the hat like right here, so that the back of her head is right in here. We want to put her hair right through there. This is weighed down by gravity, so we do... Ooh, that's a razor. I saw a thumbnail of someone talking about it on YouTube, but I didn't click on the video. So I'm like vaguely aware that it exists. Actually, I think it was that person, because I think that video was literally titled something about them being pissed off at suing Minecraft or something. Made it to my recommended, so I presume it's big news. But my recommended is pretty much flooded with a very specific subset of things because of how narrow my general... Actually, I feel like my recommended now has spread out quite a bit because I've started watching a lot of other things. There's a very big period of time where I think I pretty much only had like gaming things on I recommended. Was it actually a compelling argument, or are people just suing because they can? How do I want to do this? Oh yeah, I wanted to change the way I was expressing the back of her foot here. Do I need any more heal? Let's think about it later. How do I want to stretch this down? On contracts? I feel like contracts have a bit more ground to stand on, even though the company with more money will still win that lawsuit. I'm just gonna presume that's internal stuff, though, because I'm really hoping they're not making players sign contracts anywhere. How do I want to do this? I want to... I'm probably thinking way too hard about how exactly I want to do this. Let's just pop this out again and just wander back in. I want to like let this flow a bit more. Should probably get the main block up here into here first. Just bring this down to where Arona's foot is. Well, do I actually want to start spreading it out already? Seeing as you need to get a lawyer and just like read contracts these days because of the sheer number of loopholes that companies try to throw in, honestly I wouldn't be surprised for like any kind of contract thing popping. Do I want to stick anything else up down here? I should probably draw in her body then. We want to go face through here. Actually gonna just shallow out the face a little bit there. Make this thicker. Make this go over her shoulder a lot. And then we'll just wrap this down to here. Oh, that's going behind Arona's leg. Perfect. I don't even think about it as hard. So it's just basically a lawsuit on how legal jargon's used. Yeah, it is, I don't really feel like there's a lot of ground to stand on for a, to sue a company of that size. It's like, that's a completely uphill battle. Let's go 1, 2. 1, 2. That's not right. We want to make this thinner. Do the side of her body here. I'm suddenly drawing here. That should be missing over here. But I mean, there's also the general fact that Mojang is effectively like Disney, where they'll have to mess up a lot of times before they sync. So, especially with Microsoft behind them. I mean, at the current point where Minecraft isn't a subscription service, I think it's fine. I mean, the ones who need to be making the gaming industry, well, if it's for workers, then that's one thing, but if it's to, like, the consumers, then I don't think Minecraft's in any big problem with transparency right now. You know what? I'm gonna put it on the side. Where is this? Minecraft lawsuit. Suing Minecraft because they break the law and pissed me off. Well, it should be this one, right? That's the one that was in my recommend earlier. Alright, let's have a look at this. Okay, let me just say the way this is edited is the most TikTok style editing I've seen. It's like so many moving parts just to like keep your attention like on the video. Oh, it's so sad that that's actually how you have to make videos now. Ah, yes. Because people don't like guns in their children's games. This is all listed. Hmm. Like how they're just like throwing out. Basically, Mojang just threw them every corporate way of what we don't want to talk to you. We'll get back to you on that. The people who can answer this are not here right now. We'll get back to you on that. This is a decision made by people that aren't the people talking to you, so we can't actually tell you anything. There's that sad bit where I actually fully understand that because I was also required to answer like that. When I was the effective underling in a email chain that I was not required to be in. Like, I got told to was it communicate with like a outside client, and it was the most pointless thing ever because all that happened was that I just had to keep saying like, okay, I'll get you the person that can actually answer this. Maybe connect you to the person that can actually do something about this, and that was like the whole conversation, and I was completely pointless existing in that email chain. I mean, it got to the point where I was just like, can you guys just like remove me from the email replies because I don't need to be here. Because that's literally how all businesses work. They just like, especially for a bigger business, because that was when I was working for a bank. So like that's a very big business in general. It went from me contacting someone, which was like, okay, that was my job. And then it was like, okay, like, they come back to us, and it was like, okay, now I need to connect you to this person. Then I need to connect you to another person. Then one of my team, like, one of my senior team members was like, hey man, put me into the email conversation as well so that I could be a part of it. And then after a while, I was like, why am I here? I'm not contributing anything. Stop sending me emails. I mean, that's kind of what happens when you're like not like a senior member. It's just like, why am I here? Like, I'm literally not contributing anything. I mean, I have some fun office stories where, because I was never like a senior member, so like, well, I wasn't even like a middle management level. I was always like at the bottom. So I got the fun bit of making first contact and then not being needed for the rest of the conversation. I actually have a Minecraft related story in that where I mean, this is a bit of a tangent that's completely unrelated to the lawsuit video right now, but my team was handling the communications between a guy in a different country who, for some reason, was the one in control of like something in the system. Like he had control of the on-off switch for the system we were connected to for the app we were because we were working on like an app, right? That's for the business, but the master controls was being held by someone in a different country. And for some reason, my job, because it was a live cash app, like a wallet, so we couldn't do updates in the middle of the day. So instead, we had to do the update super late at night, as in it was done at like 2 or 3 a.m. or something. And then my job, the whole time that I had to stay up because it took 3 hours for them to do the update, and I had to be there the whole time, my job was to text the guy using one text app, because apparently that's the only text app we're allowed to use to communicate with the guy with, to say, hey man, we're ready, can you turn off the switch? And then I message the people on my side like, hey man, the guys turned off the switch, you're good to go. And then 3 hours later, they text me back and like, okay, we're done. You can tell them to turn back on the switch. And they're like, and then I had to text that guy in the other country. He's like, hey man, we're done. You can turn the switch back on. And the whole time that was happening, I was playing Minecraft. I got a lot of building done that day. I mean, my manager loved that story. And I was like, the first thing I told him when he asked me like, oh, how'd the deployment go? Because I was like, I didn't need to be there. I played Minecraft for 3-4 hours straight. Like, why was I even there? Because technically, someone in our team had to be in contact in case something went wrong. But as a junior member who didn't have much controls over, like, you know, fixing something that went wrong, one of our senior members was also on standby. And there was literally no reason for me to be there. The first thing I said was like, why can like that team not communicate with the guy directly? I sent 4 messages the whole night and then played Minecraft. How do I want to do the side overhead here? I mean, honestly, I don't know how much my manager actually like took in based on what I told him, but I was literally like, it could have gone faster if I wasn't there. Like, if the 2 teams could communicate directly with each other instead of having some random middleman who wasn't needed, the job would have been done faster. Like, that was exactly what I told him. And honestly, I don't know if he listened to me or not, so like, I don't want to do this. I want to like have some. It's like super straight though. I don't know about. It makes some like lines through. Or let me just resume the video. Right over. Oh yeah, let me do something about this. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, don't you love it when an ad completely unrelated to what you're watching just pops in when you're trying to learn about lore? Something you actually had to focus on. Mm-hmm. Hello there, how are you doing? Hello, how are you doing? Working through, actually I think that will do for Plana for now. They're doing a illustration of Arona and Plana from Block Hive. Vaguely Christmas themed. By that, it basically means Christmas outfits, but either way, sit back and relax. Also, I am very much checking out the Minecraft lawsuit right now. So, I'm not talking much, that's why. Okay, let's stick Arona into the back here. Don't you fluff out that pom-pom before I start drawing Arona? I probably should, right? Okay, Probably should have done bigger fluff parts here. Just like that. That's very aggressively pumped up now. Should probably do less size, more size fluffs here. Let's go like that. Okay, let's do something about Arona below this. Well, I need to do your arm first. Don't want to do his hand separately. It's not just one hand. Just want to do a mitten hand here. Okay, then I want to put the fluff around the wrist behind this. Hmm. Okay. Alright, let's have a look at this. Alright, how do I want to do this? Oh, wait. That's basically just a whole lawsuit. Well, one is the transparency stuff, but the other is literally just stopping them from stealth changing contracts because they don't think anyone's watching. Even though in this day and age, there's always someone watching. Bum, bum. Want to... I don't want to do her ear here. That ain't it. I'll just do that. Let's go. Just do a simpler ear, like, yeah. Let's just go with that. That's a... Dang it. Oh dear. Probably just take... Oh. Top part, which is going to bring you down to like here. Let's bring this in and around. Why is there someone doing something super loud right outside my door? What the hell's happening? And it's going straight through my mic, which is not a good sign. Alright. I think what I need to do here actually is just to cut this line down a little bit. It's more like... We'll just like slam this down more like that. And you ever wonder why a lot of artists just cover the ears? This is why. That angle's like completely off at this point. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna be on this for a while. Let's go. Should be more like here. And then we kind of want to bring the face in like... Bring out the chin a little bit. Compensate for that. That looks absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, that's not it. If I keep missing the ear right now, it's gonna take up the remainder of the time for the day. At this rate. Because I feel like I've done her head like way too big, so I'm still gonna shrink her head a little bit, I think. Where is... Get her whole head area. I'm just gonna pop this down to about there, I think. That looks even more insane. Oh, this ear is gonna bother me for a while. Like about... I feel like I've angled her head in a bit of a weird way, which is causing a bit of extra body issue here. Mostly the ear should be like up here. Roughly. Go like that. See how long it takes before that drives me insane. Okay, do I want to draw both her eyes over her hair or not? To get a better expression of, Actually with like this type of... I'm gonna do the eye in a more exaggerated sense like this. It works even if one eye is covered, generally. Or at least I feel like it does. I probably want to do it like straight... Do I want to do it straight over to here though? Not want to do it straight over to here. I mean, technically I need to move the hair along a little bit. This line here isn't supposed to be there. probably should round out the corners here a little bit more. Let's do that. No, I need to bring that in earlier. Because the bridge of the nose is like here. So if we actually attach the nose, it will be like here. Like slightly off-centered, like where the nose actually is. And then if we want to express the nose aggressively, then we want to do that, not cover it in the hair. The hair actually needs to go from like here, where how do I do our hair here? See gaps here? This gap here. No. But this is solid piece, yeah. There's no gaps here. Her hair is I need to wrap this around like that around her eye level. I'm gonna actually cross this through like that. Yeah, this should be further out then, actually. I'm gonna do it like this. So this is the inside part. Then we'll go 1 into 2, then 2. Cut that a little bit like. This is going like that. This needs to come down a bit. Sticking out a bit of a weird angle actually. Let's bring that in. Not getting a very good expression of this part. And based on the angle we actually have, no, actually bring that down a bit. Is that gonna be too high up? It's a little high. go about there. Oh, that means that this does not need to climb this high. You can actually curve in earlier. And then I'm gonna do a simpler. Actually, did I grab that in? No, I didn't. In terms of how to deal with antlers, we're going to just get this out of here, get this out of here. Just gonna do a simpler one up here, one up here, a bit more comical. One. And maybe like that just looks like a tumor. Oh dear. Let's go simple like that, I think. More sensible. It looks more comical as well. Let's see. Quite so. But then there's like all of the straw hat parts are designed in a way that they should generally be easy to get along with. Cause like that's like, was it the whole spirit of the crew? Is there actually an age listed for Chopper? They don't really ever talk about how old any of the Straw Hat crew are. You take the general presumed lore tidbit that Arona is effectively the conscience of the previous Abydos council president, then she would have been what, a third year in high school? So that would be what, third year high school is what, 18, I think? It's like 17, 18? I mean, you have a whole time skip period that was, what, 2 years long? And they don't really... They're pretty vague about how long each part of the journey actually is. So the only time you have a set amount of time actually passing is the time skip, isn't it? What do I want to do here? I want to... Yeah, but it's like, you don't know how long their journey actually was in the bit before the Grand Line, and you don't know how long they were on the Grand Line for before they got to the midpoint where they had this whole thing before they went to Mermail Island. and you don't really know how long. Did they even mention how long they were in Wano country for? 'Cause I think that was like one of the longer periods. So I feel like whenever there's no reason to have a time skip, they just leave it as the characters don't age, because it just makes working with them fundamentally easier. Let's go like that. Whoop. I feel like all of the other arcs were like actually quite short. Man, I never actually I only watched like some summaries of the Wano country part, but the impression I got from it was that it was one of the longer stays they had out of like all of their mini adventures. I don't even know where the story's up to now. There was a very short period where I actually did what my friends told me and tried to follow One Piece. And that didn't last for very long. You know, sometimes I'm still surprised that my friends did tell me to follow One Piece, because that was the group of friends who were significantly more into Bleach and Naruto at the time. I mean, I did read, like the last time I followed it somewhat closely, I read from the beginning all the way, I think it was like literally up to the time skip, because I stopped reading when they were going down to Mermaid Island. Or Merman Island. Because that was where the scans had gotten up to at that point. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I just didn't have the willpower to follow something that was that long. I mean, it's kind of like the problem I find with trying to pick it up again sometimes now is that it's reached a point where you take the shonen action adventure formula that basically dictates that you need a power boost of some kind at like every fight, or like some new ability to like keep readers hooked. The boosters are getting way too over the top for someone who's trying to follow more casually. Because the power level in that has like gotten pretty extreme at this point. I mean, that and like the more recent bits of like Dragon Ball, I feel like definitely have reached a point where whenever they need to like do some kind of new power boost for the story, it's getting kind of like weird. It's like reaching the realm of like, it's just kind of a little weird. Um, oh, it's not that bad if you're like following it constantly, but it is like a bit of a jump if you're following it casually. Oh, these aren't uniform, but actually, you know what? That's not really a problem. Like, I will agree, like, if you're following it constantly, it doesn't feel like these giant leaps in power, but if you're just like, oh yeah, like, what are they doing in One Piece now? And then it's just like, what? Like, what was that? When my friends first told me like, oh yeah, they can hit people who aren't made of like flesh and bone now. That was like, what? Because like the whole premise of like the early parts of the story was like all of these people who could transform into things that weren't flesh and bone, or like whose bodies property weren't human flesh and bone, were like really hard to deal with. Then suddenly that concept got thrown completely out the window. I mean, that's like been a long time ago now. But I think that was like the biggest jump in terms of like what I understood compared to like what I actually knew about the series at the time. Good old, was it Haki? The introduction of Haki, and suddenly everyone can hit things that aren't solid. Let's go. How do I want to do this part? I'm gonna go. Yes, just go. Let's just make this thin. Let's go like that. I don't know about if I pick up One Piece again. I might pick it up and read it from the start to end when it finally finishes. But I don't know about pick it up to read it while it's still ongoing. I mean, the good thing is that none of the people I talk to more regularly these days are super into One Piece, so I don't hear about it very often. I mean, that's like a bit on reading habits as well, isn't it? I mean, I can also say myself, I have incredibly bad reading habits, because I will pick something up, and if it's interesting, I won't put it down. And I'm very aware of that, so I do tend to be a little bit more picky about what I do actually end up picking up. And I try to pick up things that are generally shorter. I mean, nowadays I try to mostly read things that are ongoing, so that I'm not reading the whole thing in one sitting. I mean, I think the most I ever read in a short period of time was what, in high school, when Harry Potter was still like a popular thing. I read the last book within 24 hours. So that happened. I mean, that was that still during dial-up era, or was that during broadband era? I think that might have been like the start of broadband, I think. So there wasn't like as much internet at the time. Like, it was definitely not fiber. Fiber was more recent. Yeah, I think that was like around the start of broadband era that I did that. I think that was past dial-up. Even though my family didn't change from dial-up until I think I was it in university when my family finally decided to scrap dial-up, or was it still in high school? I mean, I was still using dial-up most of the way through high school. I don't know what that says about my age, but... but then my family set on dial-up a lot longer than we actually needed to, so... I'm in my 30s. Let's go with that. Actually, does it need to be longer? It needs to be longer. Oh, that's the golden ages to be, right? Let's go. Just hide the bit of hair here behind her hand, I think. Just aim this like that. And then we'll wrap a piece around like that, and then like... Yeah, let's just wrap it like that. Actually, let's wrap that a little bit more. Let's go... Let's go like that. I mean, I've definitely reached the acceptance where people don't really grow up. We're just really big children at this point. The only real difference is that we kind of have to pay bills, and that's really about it. Which is basically what I tell people when the occasion that a relative or a friend tells me that I'm not a good influence on their children. It's just like, I am not a good influence and I don't aspire to be. I mean, what, like, my cousin's kid, like, she's, well, actually, like, both of them are so spoiled. Like, the older one isn't as bad anymore, but, like, the younger son is still, like, basically a toddler. The last time I saw of him, even though I think he was entering elementary school soon. But my job when I was there was to be the mean uncle that refused to do anything for him. So that was fun. How do I want to do the neck here? I actually kind of want to go. I want the neck to be like spaced really low here, so that the shoulder's like right here. Do I need the second eye? I think I actually do need a second eye. I mean, every time one of my friends tell me about a great story about their kids, there's times where it's just like, I don't know if I ever want to have kids. That seems like way too much responsibility. Actually, wait, no, I don't want the line here. I want to just go... Just press the mouth open, just like this, effectively. A lot of it depends on like how this feels if I don't draw on the other eye. I mean, the eye's not even the right spot right now, so. As one of my friends who has kids likes to say, none of the kids are planned; they're all accidents. Every single one of them was an accident. Let's just go with that. Okay, I do the other eye. But the other eye needs to go... Let me just do this a different layer so I'm not messing this up as much. The other eye needs to go... stretch it this way a little bit. I got that. Okay, then we need to go... Do that, and then we'll just chop off the bits of hair that is. Oh, that's going over Plana's hair. Okay, let us just go ahead and pull this in just a tad, so we're not doing that. We'll just cut off Arona's hair. Just make a slight adjustment there. Okay, I'm just gonna merge this down into this layer. That'll be fine. Okay, I need one more line in here. Wait. Arm, shoulder, back. Is the back about there? Back is about there. No. That should be for the... I feel like here. And then usually these outfits have like this big spot there, which is a lighter color, like the underbelly of the reindeer. But you know, after Detroit Become Human came out all those years ago with the glorious in-universe articles of people getting it on with their androids. Let's see if that actually ends up happening, because wouldn't that be hilarious? Let's go button A, button B. I'm drawing in a very restricted gap right now. That's more like this, isn't it? Do a bit of that and cross it with a bit of that and just chop that off. Oh boy. Oh, is that reconnecting for me or not? It is reconnecting, supposedly. Yeah, just the connection just cut for a moment, so if it's going to, it's either YouTube's gonna jump forward or it's going to just play slower for a bit. Okay, it doesn't look like it's gonna cut again randomly, I think. You end up making the antlers a lot smaller than I kind of envisioned at first. I think with the way I'm doing this here, I actually need... Do I need to have an extra line for thickness here, just to make this look a bit wider? Or would I just do that in the color? Oh yeah, what's the standard Christmas stocking present pattern with the... let's say present or... wait, no. Christmas present wrap pattern. Not the one with the elves and the Okay, that's... Alright, now let me look for a screen tone instead that will solve this problem for me rather than having to figure this out myself. Do I have one actually? I'm kind of curious. Well, ideally I don't want it to be colored, because that would make it a lot more annoying. I'm sure I can find one somewhere. Card pattern, well that's like playing cards. Bear. I mean, I guess the bears could work if it really came down to it. Haunting. Butterfly, stained glass, simple flower. As long as a simple flower could work. Actually, polka dots could work. There's a lot of polka dot wrapping paper. Oh, deformed glitter, glorious. Okay, problem solved. Use that once it gets the coloring process. Okay, so don't need oh, that's the wrong button. We don't need the lines in here anymore. That's not how ankle works. Just like looked at it again, it's like, oh, that's not how ankle works. Ankle would be like, yeah. Oh, what the heck have I done to split? Split like a complete mess now. I think this would be easier if I just brought this heel in. And just made this presumption that the slight unevenness in the leg is just not visible. Because then what, the base of the foot would be like here. Like that. That would be like the triangular shape of the foot. I'm not going to try and mess up too much. The other question is, though, I try to define the each muscle on the foot more aggressively. Because right now it's more like this. And doing adjustments like that is why people will just tell me that I have a foot fetish. Because you can't even consider drawing feet without people saying that. Oh, wait. Oh, well, there's this. This is here. Let's chop that out. How's any problematic parts that I need to know about? Oh wait, hold on. Let's see, let's go with... Hello there, how you doing? Let's be straight. Let's just chop that off if I can, and then we need to go over the top of this. I'll nail that eventually. Yeah, 2 strokes. And can I chop that line out from inside there? Come on. Oh, damn it. Well, that doesn't look like a very good patch job. That's... I don't know much I can do about that. Okay, let's do it like that, and then you can chop you and chop you up. Okay, in Arona, do I want to do something about the eyebrows? I want to go no eyebrows with the way her eyes are done in a more comical way. I feel like I still want, maybe not the lid, but I still want the brow probably. At least on the side that will be visible. That ain't it. God dang. There's a lot of bits here that aren't really it right now. Let me just grab. Face ended up being a lot more forward facing than originally envisioned. So we'll go like that. The eyes aren't quite aligned correctly. But I merged it down, so I don't really want to move it again. Can I actually mess with it? Oh, I just need to go like this. I mean, it's not that far off. Anything else I need to mess with? It's really just a matter of do I want to make the antlers bigger or not, because they're actually quite small. But then antlers attached to a hairband, I feel like shouldn't be overly large. Especially the way I've done it, where they're coming out more like Oni horns or something. It's like demon horns straight out the head. Oh right, Halo. Halo. Well, we can kind of squeeze Plana's one out of frame, but how do we want to do this? Can I draw 2 relatively round circles? That's a real question right now. How far off her head is this? And how big is it? That's a real question right now. I know, the fun thing about their actually more 3D Halo is, can I get the ring correct? Because once the Halo becomes 3D, there's a lot of perspective that needs to be added to it. Uh... I think this is croaking earlier. Okay, then... Okay, doesn't look like absolute insanity. That's good. Yeah, it's definitely easier than Fubuki's Halo. That one drove me absolutely insane. I think Irie's one was actually somewhat reasonable, given that the shape was like mostly uniform going up along the halo. I just know at some point I am going to draw Tsurugi's Halo and lose my mind, because that's got 3D aspects to it along with Liquid. Well, the fun bit about where Plana is positioned is that we could do this. Done. Or at most, like, maybe we'll go 1, and then 2, and 3, and that's it. Or I mean, I guess I could go like. So I'm also taking into account that the hat is like a little bit bigger than her head. Yeah, we could literally do it like this, and it works. Just like squeeze it out of frame. It looks significantly bigger than the halo down here, though, which is what I'm just gonna go ahead and make this bigger. Go like that. I mean, I know that at least with just how popular in general Blue Archive is, that I'll eventually reach a point where one of the halos will drive me absolutely insane, and depending on how it goes, hopefully I don't randomly decide to draw Tsurugi anytime soon, because I'm already not good with liquids. Actually, I'm very bad with liquids. I don't know how to draw liquids at all. And that blood-stained halo is going to be a giant issue. Okay. Alright, we're throw down a whole bunch of flats. Let's throw down some flat colors. Alright, do we just do all the colors in one layer? Why not? Okay. Maki. What does Maki's halo look like? You know what? Let's have a look at this. There's a whole... I know for a fact that the wiki has a whole page dedicated to Halo, so let's have a look at that. Halo Gallery. I mean, I did have like a little bit of an issue with Ibuki's Halo very briefly because it's not uniform, it's vertical, and when you need to angle it against their head, and it needs to be long-wise against the way they're facing, it's a little awkward. I mean, did I draw Hina's Halo? I think I squeezed Hina's Halo out of frame when I did a piece with her. Yeah, I definitely squeezed Hina's Halo out of frame because her Halo is incredibly 3D. Like, it's got what? You don't just have the circular shape, you have polygons. And also layered at different heights, which makes it a little more annoying than the ones that are just flat. Oh, I did draw Aru's Halo at one point. That one drove me a little insane. Actually, let me see if I can find it. And I can't remember if I don't color that one because that one wasn't a that was a monochrome one. Where is it? Oh, I prepared pages for this. Pages did not happen for this. What did I do with the Halo? It sticks out the back, but that's what I just try some manga style. I think the coloring for this actually turned out okay. Yeah, that wasn't too bad in terms of Aru's Halo, because she's not the most complex one for their group. What the hell is happening with Izumi's one? Oh, this will be... Yeah, this one will be a giant pain in the butt. Because this will very much depend on perspective. Because there's so many different parts to this. Because you have to angle it to her head as well. What is happening here? I don't know if this is vertical or not. Which, actually, let me see if we can see if this is like mildly vertical. How vertical is this Halo? Does this have layers or is it just flat? Let's have a look at this. It looks flat. Okay, it looks flat. Maki... I mean, she's got like the... Was it? The Sims crystal pointing down at her, but that actually shouldn't be too bad. Depending on the angle. Mostly depending on the angle. Because it's just a bunch of uniform circles. And then you just draw in the pyramid here. Because the pyramid, unlike other shapes, it's relatively uniform. So, it shouldn't be a giant problem. I mean, for their group, I think Kotama probably has like the more ridiculous one. It probably is layered, but it should just be the Sims crystal, right? That's actually floating above it. Like the circles themselves aren't layered. Yeah, circles the circle is one plane, and then the pyramid is one polygon. So it's not the most ridiculous thing, at least looking at that shot of her. It's kind of hard to tell from like some of the other shots. I don't Yeah, it looks like the actual circles are on a plane, so they're all at the same level. So it'll mostly depend on like the angle that she's currently at, because you have to base them based on the hit angle. What is happening here? uh, this is another one of 3D shape, right? Okay, so it's just a plane and then like 2 blades on the side. I mean, the more circular it is, the less insane it usually is. I mean, I actually don't know if I'll lose my mind more doing like these flower shapes, or whether I'll lose my mind doing this triangle more. Because circles, you can usually manage perspective relatively well. A triangle is very obvious when you mess up the perspective. Like, you can kind of get away with it when it's round. When it's straight edges, you cannot get away with it. Like, you can take one look and you know it's a complete mess. Ah yes, and the Alice Halo. This cost me 15 layers on its own. Mika's Halo is very 3D. That was very 3D, but it's also like just 3 circle. Is it just 3 circles on a plane, or is it actually like? What the fuck is happening here? Hold up. Oh shit. I mean, that's like clouds. And the Tsurugi Halo. Liquid! Like, how much does this actually drip off her head? And you pretty much never have her head at like a normal angle, so the halo is always going to be angled a bit weirdly, and the liquid has to drip correctly from it based on gravity. All of these would be a little wild, the very uniform shapes. Like, all of these shapes are like incredibly uniform, but all of the people from this school have like, well, apart from the Michiru one, they have like really intricate designs, which will make it a lot more complex. Arumi Shun. How above the head do these float? Or does it flip? It floats behind the head, right? Yeah, like it floats behind them. So a very silly thing you can do whenever it's a behind the head floating halo rather than above the head is that you draw the head and then you only draw the part of halo that's sticking out from behind the head. And then you get away with absolute murder. You just don't draw the bit that you can't see. If you don't need to draw it, you don't. Number 1 rule of drawing. You don't need to draw it, just don't. Don't make it overcomplicated. And the shape isn't like overly non-uniform either. Because this is still like effectively inside a circle. And like the inside bit's still effectively inside a circle. Yeah, and the mini gears. The red winter gears. Like, the reality is that whenever something's on a plane, you're like, there are some things you can very much get away with. It's when things get layered, where they're not on the same plane and they're not flat, that it gets, like, overly complex. Because, like, every Halo, effectively, no matter how complex the pattern is, well, not this one, like, majority of it has to fit within a circle. Like, that's still, like, a general rule for, like, every Halo. Like, a portion of it must be fitting inside a circle. And as long as you're working along that circle on that one plane, it's not... Like, there's some rules that you can force into it that prevents it from getting overly, complex. What is happening here? Why is this one shown at a different angle? What is happening here? Oh, we can't see that. Like, it's the same color as the background. It's dripping. Interesting. But the actual circular part's still in the plane. These are the collab ones. These are mixture ones. I can tell you that I'm not going to attempt the to put a halo over our glorious Vocaloid Overlord anytime soon. But that is a wild halo. It's not there, although it is there. The halo's around her hair. Okay, that actually might make it a lot simpler because you can just kind of pretend it's a hairband and draw it like that. You don't have to worry about the actual head shape as much and the head position. That actually makes it significantly easier. What the hell is happening here? That's not a circle. Well, it is a circle, but it's like slightly distorted in the way it's and it still isn't a circle. It's just the petals make it look distorted. Don't you like these NPC ones you get to see during the events? This is a wild halo, because this is not on a plane. Like, this is what will be really difficult to manage, because you have to work the perspective around the angle of her head. And it's not flat. And you can kind of also see from the angle of, I mean, this is like the shape of a crown. So, like, basically it's a crown without a base, where the base of the crown is thinner than the top of the crown. But you still have to work out, like, how to position each cross that makes up the crown here. Like, it still technically falls into the it fits within a circle rule, which makes it a little bit easier to deal with. Because I saw you can figure out the plane for the circle. You just do like the vertical part perpendicular to it. What is happening here? Like, you know, it's a little wild whenever they're showing that the halo not as a flat object, because once it's not a flat object, it means that it's 3D. Alright, but anyways, let's look at that instead of coloring, so either way, that's the time I have for today, so Next time we'll be coloring. We're not just gonna slam down the flats and then color later. We're gonna slam down the flats the same time we're gonna color. So the only bits that I can't steal colors from the Arona and Plana images is basically just the Santa and reindeer outfits, which actually makes up majority of the image when it comes down to it, because I've done my best to like hide the hair as much as possible, and also to not split up the parts of their hair as much as possible, so that I could just spray down one flat color and hopefully the paint bucket will get the job done. But either way, next time there will be a giant green screen green in the background to make sure my paint bucket is filling everything, so I apologize in advance if that blinds anyone, but that's how I have come to do flat coloring. Is that a mistake in... Hold up. Is her hair poking through her uniform there? Why is the pink at the back of her neck there? Like the back neck part of her collar. Like, these things are supposed to be solid, right? I don't know, that just bothered me. Alright, but anyways, thank you very much for watching today's session of line art. Lines are all done, there may be fixes, but next time we'll be coloring. So if you're interested in that, remember to be subscribed or following, depending on where you're watching from. Leave a like because it helps me out, and I'll see you all next time. It really could be, couldn't it?